What is up, real ones? Welcome back to another episode of Real Pre-Workout Reviews. Today we are going to be taking a look at Chaos and Pain's Cannibal Ferox AMPeD. Now, if you haven't caught it already, I did a review of Cannibal Ferox. I think it's now pronounced Ferox. Don't judge me too hard, I called it Fero. Felt fancy. That one you'll find earlier on in the channel. This is the more potent version of that same pre-workout from the same company, Chaos and Pain. As a reminder, Chaos and Pain was actually generous enough to send this to me free of charge. They hooked it up, but with that said, it did not affect my last review, and it will not affect this review in the slightest. So just keep that in mind if you want to form your own opinions about the rating that I give, but I'm always going to give it to you real. Here on Real Pre-Workout Reviews, if you're not familiar, we rate pre-workouts on 4 different categories. Those categories are taste, gym performance, post-workout crash, and overall value of the pre-workout. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive right into the taste test of this, and then you're going to see a workout that I do while on this pre-workout, and then we're going to come back and you're going to get the performance, crash, and value. Wow, I forgot my own categories there for a second. This is a strawberry kiwi flavored Cannibal Ferox AMPeD Team Most Hated. The graphics are very cool, gotta say. The label's pretty dope looking. I'm not gonna lie, as I pour this, I'm a little wary of the more on the performance side because this is the most caffeine I'll have ever taken in a pre-workout. I mean, you can see the powder coming up too. That was good timing on that for dramatic effect. This is actually 550 milligrams total at the full scoop serving of caffeine in this bad boy. So let's see if they can pull off a solid taste with that much ingredients in it. I mean, it's stacked. It's got a whole lot in it. We'll go over that more on the back end though. Right now for my favorite part of the show, the powder drop. Oh, baby. Beautiful. Call me the LeBron James of pre-workouts because I'm the motherfucking king. Did that come across confident? Did I do it? Was I confident? Did I do it? Are you proud of me, Mom? Shake, 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 shake. Oh, one last note before I do the taste test on this. It did not say how much water to mix it with, so I mixed it with about 12 ounces. I figured it's going to be on the higher end with how much stuff is in this. So we're going to give it a try. We're going to see what's up. Cheers, real ones. I'm not going to give you anything until the second sip. Then we pass judgment. This is a strange one. Not strange bad, but also doesn't necessarily taste all that strawberry kiwi-y for me. I can see what it was going for. It definitely has an artificial kick to it. I'm going to be honest there. It's a bit artificial. It doesn't taste exactly like either of those ingredients, but it also doesn't taste bad. And for the amount of stuff that's in here, it's not super sour, it's not super in your face, and it's not a terrible aftertaste. A little bit. So I think the flavor is good, not great. If it were a little more distinct with the strawberry and kiwi, a little bit more kind of that edge of sweetness, I think it would really hit the mark. As it stands, I'm going to go ahead and give the taste a 4.0 out of 5 stars. Because again, it's very drinkable. To me, if you're drinkable, even if the flavor, actual taste is a bit off of what it's supposed to be, I think 4 is a good spot for it. Because any pre-workout that's drinkable, smooth, is a win in my book. All right, we have that currently coursing through my veins, and we are going to go ahead and skip over to the workout, and let's see how this bad boy performs when we throw a little deadlift and maybe even some squats if I'm feeling froggy, and we're gonna see how we do there. If you want to skip right ahead to the reviews, feel free. There's chapter markers down below. Just skip over the parts that matter to you. How we're going to do this is we're going to come back after the workout portion, rate the other 3, and then we're going to do a combined rating and reveal the overall rating of this pre-workout. All right, cue the swipe. Welcome back, real ones. Hope you enjoyed that workout and saw putting Cannibal Ferox AMPeD to the test. But as we discussed before, taste is only part of the equation. So now it's time to break down the performance, the crash, and the value of this pre-workout. Starting with the gym performance, I'm not gonna lie, it was very, very good. It was, I would say, great, bordering on incredible. Hang with me, because there's caveats to that, but honestly, it is, by itself, the energy was very sustained. It was strong, but not overbearing. The tingles were strong. At first, faded a little bit about mid-workout, but like, that's kind of what I like. I like settling into the Beta-Alanine a little bit, and this did that quite well. It had a lot of things that kept me going and kept kicking my butt and moving me forward. So even though I was, I was pretty hyped for this workout, but even though I was a little at times, I always had the energy to keep going. Honestly, it's unfair because of recent comparison. Go back and watch the rest of the playlist. You'll see what I'm talking about, but it's definitely not the best performance I've ever had. But it is very much up there. Top 3 to 5, I would say, that we've tested so far. Check my ratings. I think I'm right there. And because of that boundless energy, that nice kick in the ass, that wasn't quite the best ever, but was significantly incredible in its own right. I'm going to go ahead and give Cannibal Ferox AMPeD a 4.8 in terms of performance. How about after the workout? We got to talk here. So for crash, I tend to include some of the during workout aspects and relate that more to the crash side than the performance side, because I think performance itself needs to be measured separately from how the pre-workout, like the side effects or anything that happened on the body. So keep that in mind as I'm talking here. I'll start with the good. Might as well. Let's reverse. Let's flip the script here. The good was it actually had a very sustained amount of energy moving forward. A little bit of tiredness hit an hour or two after the workout, but it wasn't a crash, and it didn't feel like it kicked my body's ass. So that was good. I don't think it really propelled me through my day, but it was there. So to me, that's what a crash should be. It doesn't necessarily need to carry you through. That's what an amazing crash rating would be, as if I was propelled through it all day. But it was good. And now to flip the script on the bad side. This one gave me the shakes pretty significantly towards the end of my workout. I think I'll include the video here for context somewhere up there, but my hand just kind of started doing this, and I had eaten that day. I'd eaten quite a big meal, because I'm scared of pre-workouts that are 400 plus milligrams, and this one's 550, right? So yeah, the shakes were very much there. It had me twitching, it had me moving, and it had me feeling quite, like that kind of, not heart palpitations, that's a bit dramatic, but if you know, when you take a extra high stim workout or one that's doesn't hit you quite the right way, you just kind of feel off, and then your body, like my body at least, shakes, and I kind of feel that restlessness, and I'm just a little queasy almost, not quite nauseous, but a little queasy. This pre-workout had all that for me. And I'm a stim junkie. I have tons of caffeine in my pre-workouts pretty much daily. I'm used to it, but it still kind of kicked my ass on that front. But that, coupled with the actual good feeling of the crash not really hitting hard, I'm going to go ahead and round this out. If you're willing to take some of that, if you're really into stim and you're used to that kind of shakiness, this could work great for you. So I don't feel like it deserves to be completely tanked because of that, but it definitely doesn't get to be an amazing category. So for me, I went ahead and gave it a 4.0 in terms of crash, simply because it carried me through my day, not to new heights, but then it also came with those drawbacks, those side effects. Last but certainly not least is value. And oh boy, do we have some stuff to talk about here. Real ones, I'm just going to cut to the chase. No pre-workout should be $70 in my mind for 20 servings. As a pre-work connoisseur and someone who really loves a really amazing, good workout pre-workout, but also appreciates everyday pre-workouts, $70 for 20 servings is rough. That is not... It was hard for me to get past. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I cheated. I had this sent to me, so thanks again, Chaos and Pain. That was extremely generous of you. But I have to be honest here, and the price tag of $70 is too damn high for any pre-workout. I understand it's packed with a lot of good stuff, and it is absolutely dosed quite well. But like coming off of what we just came off, look at the last video, it was more in it for less money, for about $15 less. And that's a huge difference at this level. And so, real ones, for those reasons, I'm going to go ahead and rate Cannibal Ferox AMPeD a 3.0 in terms of value. You're getting a lot, but you're paying more than I think is fair. So, gotta rate it accordingly. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. We have tested the taste, the performance, the crash, and the value. But what does Cannibal Ferox AMPeD get on a scale of 1 to 5? Without any further ado and no more rambling from me, the final rating for Cannibal Ferox AMPeD is... boom! It is a 3.95. Just shy of that 4 mark. Still doing all right, doing its own thing. There were just a couple things holding us back. Mainly that value. Other than that, we had a pretty solid rating on taste. We had an exceptional rating on performance and a solid rating on crash. So use your best judgment on if you think this pre-workout is right for you. If you have a little extra money around and want that powerhouse workout, no matter what it costs, please, by all means, highly suggest this. If you're a little bit more cost-centric, I might suggest steering clear of this one and going for some other alternatives. You can check the playlist. Yes, I know I played it a few times. I gotta do my job too, right? You know? All right, real ones, speaking of doing my job, this is the part of the video where I ask you to like and subscribe. It helps me immensely. My fragile ego is eroding day by day, and your likes, your subscriptions keep me energized. You know, in addition to the copious amounts of caffeine and Beta-Alanine and all that fun stuff. Thank you so much for coming in here, though, real ones. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, learn a bit more about this pre-workout. And thank you again to Chaos and Pain for being willing to put yourself out there, send me these pre-workouts to test out. I really appreciate your generosity. I hope you appreciate my honesty on my feedback. Let me know down in the comments below what you want to see next, real ones. What pre-workout am I missing? What is that powerhouse that is just hidden, or that really mainstream one that maybe just no one has put to the test the way that you'd be comfortable, you know, going and trying it? Let me try it for you. That's my job. As the self-proclaimed pre-workout king, send me all your recommendations of what to try next, and you'll see us soon again on real pre-workout reviews. Stay fucking real, guys and girls and non-binary bros. Take it easy.